Hi, it's 3 Mums of 4. We're back again. We're so delighted to have you with us today. Today we're going to talk about lots of interesting topics. Please leave us your comments and let us know what you think.
Yeah, we want to hear some feedback.
So here we go.
So we've got a bit of a wacky one to talk about this evening. There's been talk around the traps. Is that a saying here in America? Talk around the traps?
Mm-mm.
That Brad Pitt morphs into his girlfriends.
Ooh.
Have you seen those pictures floating around?
No.
It's quite humorous. So here's the first one.
Oh, the hair, how funny, yeah.
This looks like a graduation prom photo, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And they do have a similar look to each other.
They sure do.
From that time period. I guess that's probably, what, 80s, you think?
Sure.
Not sure. Anyway, so moving right along, we'll have a look at the next one. Here's his next one.
Longer hair, just like her, same bangs.
Nice, wavy, cheerful demeanor.
They do look alike.
Same hair color almost.
Yeah. Little happy sweethearts. And then we'll look at the next one.
Oh.
It's a similar look again.
It is, the long bang.
And then we'll try the next one. Whoa.
Long hair, don't care.
That's kind of a shaggy.
Yeah.
What are those dogs? Afghan.
Yeah.
Type of look.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have.
Oh yeah.
That's distinctly a similar look, isn't it?
Weren't they engaged?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm.
That is matching hairstyles.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so that's another good example. That's a few examples.
That's a lot.
I want to see, did they ever look like Jen? Or what is it they used to call them? Brand Jolie, or what did they used to put in their names?
Okay. So here's Brad and Jennifer.
I think they had a similar hair color, but they didn't look exactly alike. I really wish they would have stayed married and he would have been true.
But they're going for a similar look, a similar
They
feel.
do have-
They blend
Yeah.
together. We've got the very beige camel tones happening.
This is interesting.
It is, isn't it? I thought so.
So, oh, they're so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Messy on both sides.
They're going for the messy, tossle, just got out of bed look here.
Yeah. Wow.
Once again, very similar look.
Such a pretty couple.
Can you get off of that?
Okay. Look. Oh.
So,
You just gave her what she was looking for. Wow.
so here they've both got the similar little blonde streaks.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty. And then,
Last but not least.
ta-da!
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know my son's taking a psychology class and he says they're the exact same type. Their personality is the exact same type.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that's a really strange observation that Brad morphs into his girlfriends and
It
wives.
is.
Well,
But
you
it
what's
stands
behind
true.
that?
Yeah, it looks.
Is it just that?
Listen to her. Yeah, what do you have to say, Ginger?
No, I'm just listening. I think there's a psychology behind it. He needs, but he recently went through counseling, right, to get off his addiction. So he needs to develop more of a personality, figure out what he wants, and stop messing up people's lives.
Ooh, that's a bit harsh.
Well, as you can see, he's been through quite a few women.
He's not messing anyone's life up. People mess up their own lives.
Well,
I just think it boils down to something as plain and simple as get your own stylist.
yeah.
Don't use the woman's stylist. Because he might not care that much. So whoever's dressing his lady at the time gives suggestions. Because you know how we're always telling our hubbies what to wear. So that must be what's happening here. He's just letting them dictate what his look should be, and they're quite happy for it to compliment them.
Yeah, that's true. They like to match. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So, Rihanna's making history. She has shot a cover of British Vogue. It's the coveted September issue, and she's the first black woman in its 102-year history to grace the cover of British Vogue.
It's about time.
Wow, 102 years?
That's a long time.
It's about time.
My goodness.
I can't.
So, let's look at the cover.
Why did it take so long? Oh, it's gorgeous.
Wow.
Gorgeous. You know what probably influences that is Meghan Markle. They now have that in the royal family, so you're going to start seeing a lot more color in your print.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It is.
100.
It's interesting because 102 years, leaving out some of the world's most beautiful women, doesn't really seem like an even playing field. They should do an issue. I hope they did an issue here, going back and pointing out some of all the beautiful women they've missed having on the front cover.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love the color, I love the hat, the flowers.
The flowers are fabulous, and the ruffles in the gown are sort of mimicking the petals of the flowers.
That's good to see.
It's funny you're talking about her because she did an interview yesterday. She was saying, yes, I did gain some weight. And I love my bum. And I love the weight that I gain in my tummy. I'm comfortable. And I was cracking up. I'm like, you girl, you're on your interview and you're giving it to them.
Good for her.
She's comfortable.
And that's important as a role model.
Oh, it is. It's really important for all the young girls who are starving themselves to hear her say that.
Yeah, thought it was good.
Because it's about feeling good in your own skin, not about what other people say.
What do you think of the pencil thin eyebrows?
I was going to say it before you even brought it up.
So do you think that
I
they
don't like
photoshopped that?
Oh, yeah, I don't think they've done that to her eyebrows at all. I think that's been achieved through makeup.
So do we have a picture showing what her eyebrows normally look like?
Yes, we can flash to a picture of what we have.
Yeah, I don't like the pen.
Look at that. Yeah, that's more natural.
Yeah, I don't like the
well,
pencil look.
They're coming as far as they can right now.
The Greta Garbo.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's even thinner than
Yeah.
Greta's, isn't it?
At least they left her lips alone, those big, beautiful lips.
And this image here.
That's kind of interesting.
You think that's a funny one?
Yeah.
I love her hat. I wish they would have shown her figure better. Her hat's fun, frivolous, unusual.
Not the hat. That's
outfit.
something remind us of our first episode. But
that dress or coat. What is that? I don't like that.
It looks like some plastic just spaced together.
It actually makes me think of a Japanese influence.
Oh, really?
The hat goes. I don't like. No.
I think the hat's fun. I just think they should have showed her figure better and put her in black. I don't know. I think she put her in something lime green and fitting, showing
Look at that.
her beautiful curves.
But it looks more like a work of art to me.
I guess that's what they're shooting for than actual fashion.
Advertising clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that hat's really neat.
That's nice. 102 years.
It's
That's a
ridiculous.
long time.
Like, they should be ashamed of themselves. How did they get away with it for that long? How did the people not revolt? How did the fashion industry not revolt?
That's interesting. That's a long, doggone time.
I don't know.
And that's just Britain. It'd be interesting to know around the world
Yeah, it would be.
how much diversity is shown on the front covers of
Because
the
Britain is a
magazines.
little more uptight than the rest of the world right now. I think I'm curious, when did America start having black women in the front? I'm sure sooner than that.
Well, in particular,
Halle Berry. I mean, have you seen them on the cover of things? You know, think of your most famous, but
it
Naomi
depends
Campbell,
on,
your
but
twin.
But it depends on the magazine too.
Yeah, but it sure seems like a small window, you know, to only have women in the front.
Anyway, that's fantastic, and congratulations,
Yes.
Rihanna, for breaking
Kudos
history.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah, about time.
102
For breaking
years.
that long.
That's, yeah.
Come on, Vogue. Do an article on all the beautiful women you've missed, women of color. So do we give that 3 thumbs up from Women's Floor?
We do.
Definitely.
Okay.
Uh,
Melania Trump.
Model and cookbook author Chrissy Teigen
Oh.
has been poking fun at First Lady Melania Trump. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Melania.
Melania.
So, Chrissy posted this picture that was actually taken of Melania last year, but she's in the White House veggie garden and she's wearing very clean sneakers, which looks suspiciously like she wasn't gardening. And Chrissy says, "These look exactly like my workout soles because I work out as much as this chick gardens."
You go, Chrissy.
It's a photo op. She could have just walked out, got a few things, and gone back in.
Pulled a few veggies out. She might have just gone out to get some herbs, eh?
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. You go, Chrissy.
Anyway, so everyone else gets on board and they all put their 2 bobs worth in. So this one here
Her basket's empty.
says...
She's hardly even crouching. Look, look.
This one says... Baba Gump says, Melania tending to her nightshade and hemlock garden. Then we scroll down to a very dead-looking garden, saying, First Lady Melania Trump tending to the White House kitchen garden. So they're insinuating that she's killed it.
Oh, that's interesting. I do want to tell you that she insists on her entire, all the food that her family is fed is organic and pesticide-free and non-GMO.
And so this one here by Raoul says, who's bad at gardening? And it has the picture of Michael Jackson dancing with Melania doing a dance too.
I really don't garden.
So that's, you know,
That's a take on that coat she wore.
that said, I really don't care.
care.
Do you? So they've copied that. I really don't garden. Do you?
You know, they say in advertising.
Oh look, they've put a little carrot in there.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad, it's all advertising. So she's getting what she wants.
I think that little carrot actually has her husband's face on it.
It does. It does.
All right, so this one says, photographer, you're handling those shears like a pro. Now put those imaginary veggies in that basket and show them who the boss is.
Maybe they were going to Photoshop it.
There it is. Hold it. Hold it. Perfect. You're a natural.
Maybe they were going to fill vegetables in later and they forgot to put them in for the picture. You know, like Photoshop.
Well, the guy with the carrot thought too, didn't he? Okay. Here's another one. There's an abundance of them, isn't there? This one says, photographer, pose, Melania, how? Photographer, like you know nothing about gardening. Melania, okay, got it.
Does she really have to do anything for herself? Seriously.
What is going on with this picture? Looks like Melania is crouching in a corner, threatening whoever has backed her into it with a pair of garden pruners. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, here's another one that doesn't stop. I really don't chore, do you?
You know, can we get serious just for a minute, though?
Oh, there's another one. Me making sure the barista sees me put money in the tip jar. All right, now what did you want to say?
Okay, so on a serious note, I do want to say that whether we agree with who is our president or not our president, I see a lot of conversation on social media where I think it lacks respect. Because we can all disagree, but have respect for each other. And
all right, so that's a little bit of fun with Melania. I think to make up for that, we should feature some fabulous images of Melania and her good qualities, because she's got lots of those, and she's a real stylish woman when it comes to fashion. So we'll feature some of her great photographs in another episode just to make up for that one. Now, Madonna. I would never have pictured her as a soccer mum, but apparently she's a soccer mum.
Oh.
And here's an image of her with her, looks like the 3 youngest children there. She's relocated down to Portugal because one of her sons is a great soccer player.
That's nice.
is it true didn't she have one daughter, one son?
Oh, she's got
And
lots
she
of children
adopted,
now.
right?
Because she's got the 2 older children who are young adults, and she has the 4 adopted children.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 2 boys. There's twin girls. Anyway, let's have a look at the images. 4 youngest children in that carriage.
Aww.
It's a nice picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture. So, in the article that I was reading, she was sort of venting how difficult it is being a soccer mum. Because any woman who is a soccer mum could say it kind of requires you to have no life in a way. Because things change from week to week and games change from weekend to weekend. Sometimes they're in the city, sometimes they're not, and we would never know until Thursday night whether they're on Saturday or Sunday, if at 12 o'clock or later. Then she goes on to say, it's impossible to make plans. And then you feel like you're not being fair to your other kids or being fair to me. So that's interesting to think of Madonna with those common mum problems, because you always assume people like that have got helpers who are taking the children everywhere. But a mum wants to be at those occasions. You want to see your kids fulfilling their dreams and playing their sport that they want to play. And
You don't want to miss a minute.
And also, it's interesting to hear her say that she feels like she's not being fair to the other kids too, and fair to herself. So you're constantly being torn, aren't you, when you've got multiple children?
At least she's taking the time out to do that. Not a lot of celebrity moms do take the time to be with their kids. So
I think
she's seen what the typical mom or the regular mom like us then, put it that way.
Well, and she's got older kids, so she knows how quickly the time flies. And I thought it was great that she realized she had so much to offer some children.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, changed their lives, hasn't it?
And probably hers too. Because our children teach us so much.
Yeah, and as you age, the more important things become prominent in your life.
Yes.
And family is obviously very important to her now.
Yes.
So are they all related or just the 2 twins?
I don't know.
That's really exciting. I love hearing that story.
And a nice note to finish on, in this article she said, a lot of people say to me, you must really want your son to be a successful soccer player, your oldest daughter to be a dancer, Rocco to be a painter. And she says, and I always say no. What I want my children to be is loving, compassionate, responsible human beings. That's all I want. I don't care what the vehicle is, I just want them to be good human beings that treat other human beings with dignity and respect, regardless of skin colour, religion, gender. This is the most important thing, you know what I mean? If they happen to be the next Picasso or Cristiano Ronaldo, then great. That's just the cherry on the cake.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's true. That's what we want for our kids.
Yes, it is. What surprises me is that I think she's close to my age and she's adopted these children. She must have boundless energy. She probably realized that she had so much to offer them and they for her, to teach them. Our children teach us lessons all the time.
I know. I have a friend who said her kids are good contributions to society. So that's her argument with her husband, because she wanted one more child. And she won. She got
her extra one?
Yes.
Good
But
for
it's
her.
true, when you have kids that are well behaved and very respectful, then why wouldn't you?
And if the parents have it down, they know how to raise
Yeah.
those children, more power to them.
And that was her forte too.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that something? Yeah. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
We love it, Madonna. 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up from Mums of 4.
Well, that's it from us today, folks. We hope you enjoyed our program.
Please give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe
And notifications bell and follow us.
on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
See you next time.
Bye.
Until then,
Bye.
bye.